Okay, this is Jacob Schmidt with DeerHuntingSchool.com. This video here, I'm just going to talk about how to kill a deer. Okay, fundamentals about how to kill a deer. There are 3 fundamental things that have to happen, or you're just not going to kill them. I mean, yeah, you can get lucky. I mean, you know, and we're talking a deer. Okay, we're not talking a big buck. I mean, the fundamentals are pretty much the same to kill a deer they are to kill a big buck, like this one behind me, this one here, this one over here, like rack right here. I mean, to kill them, the fundamentals are basically the same. Okay, first thing you have to do is you got to find somewhere where there's deer. Okay, to me that's the easiest part. I mean, you can literally, I talk about it in my advanced scouting course, which if you go to my website right now, I don't know what happened, but I had a bunch of videos on my website. Actually, on my homepage had a good video, but I'll have to fix it. I just checked it and it's gone. But anyways, my advanced scouting tactics video, I talk about one really good way is hopping in the vehicle, going riding around, seeing where there's deer. You can ride around at night. I mean, when deer are crossing the road, you start seeing deer across the road, stuff like that. If it's public property, I hunt public property. It's just what I do. And, to me, honestly, the hunting is better there. I mean, there's guys, I don't know, I'm not going to get into a long deal, but I was trying to help a guy out. He said he was looking for a property for him and his son to hunt. And I was like, man, in Arkansas anyways, public property is good. We have millions and millions of acres, okay? Now, some states have almost no public property. So there is a difference there. But, Arkansas, I mean, you can go ride around, man. You can fill your truck up and run it plumb out of gas in public ground, okay? Ride in one direction. Okay, I'm not talking about driving in circles. I'm talking about driving straight in one direction. You can run your vehicle plumb out of gas on public ground, okay? And you ain't leaving public ground, okay? I mean, we have that much public ground. Okay, you can go riding around, look for deer. Take your kids, go ride around, look for deer. Ride around at night. Now, I wouldn't spotlight unless it's legal in your area. There's some states that you can actually shine a light, okay? If you're after a big buck, you can find big bucks like that. But we're talking just how to kill a deer, okay? And then once you find, an area where there's deer at, okay, then you go out and you scout in that area. You find where there's tracks. You find where there's deer sign that's congregated in areas. You look for the bedding areas, stuff like that. And then the key, I think the number one key to killing a deer is being close to where it sleeps. And the reason for that is deer spend most of their time in the daytime, 90+% of it, I would say, in and around that bedding area, okay, when you can legally hunt that deer. Now, obviously, deer move most of the time in the morning. They move most of the time in the evening. So that was two. First, you find the deer. Then you scout the area and you locate good locations. And then the number 3 thing is you go in there. You spend time where them deer live. That's how you kill deer. You get on a stand, you spend time there. I'll tell you, I think probably the number 1 reason people don't kill deer is even when they know where they're at, even when they've scouted and they find the deer sign, they go set up on their stand. They don't spend the time that it takes on the stand where the deer are living to kill them. I mean, I see guys that'll go out and they hunt early season. Well, deer are only going to move real early in the morning, real late in the evening because it's hot. Well, that's not true. I mean, it's just not. I mean, generally, the deer are going to move more. Most of your deer movement's going to be the first in the daytime anyway, is going to be the first 2 hours of daylight and the last hour or two of daylight. That's when most of your deer movement is. But this season that just passed, the first deer I killed, I was hunting for a buck on it that was working a scrape, and I should have killed him, but the only day I didn't hunt it, the son of a gun showed up there. The only day I didn't hunt it, the first week of bow season, he showed up there, walked right underneath my tree that I would have been in. But anyways, the first morning I hunted there, I told myself, it was the first morning I hunted during bow season this season. I said, if a doe walks within I was going to hunt till 10:30. And I was only going to shoot a doe if she walked within 20 yards of me from 10 to 10:30. Okay. I was hunting 40 yards off the road. So, I was like, well, I'll shoot a doe. And I did. Okay. She walked 12 yards of me. I smoked her. So, that's the way it is. But most people early season, they're off their stand at 9 o'clock in the morning. I mean, in the rut, guys will get off the stand at 9 in the morning. Man, I'll tell you, when I'm going out there in the rut, I'm sitting there when the first light starts. I'm sitting there. I'm set up in my tree when the first light comes up. And I am sitting in my tree when the last bit of light fades away. I just am. That's all day long. And now, this is the thing, guys. A lot of times I don't see deer. But when they show up, I put the slam hammer down on them. I run arrows through them. I drop them with muzzle loaders. Put a rifle on them. I like that bow hunt mostly. This year I got a triple trophy award. I'll show you this right quick. Triple trophy award for killing a deer with bow, muzzleloader, and rifle. And that's not from going out, finding deer, sitting there for an hour, and coming home. No, man, I hunt. You have to spend the time. That's what most people get wrong. They don't put the time in on the stand, okay? Now, if you don't want to kill a deer, no sense in sitting there putting all that time in on the stand. If you're just out there, because there are people that hunt, they mostly like just being out there, okay? Just being out there. And that's perfectly fine. If that's what gets you going, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to kill deer, especially bucks, if you want to kill big bucks, you're going to have to put time on the stand. And a lot of people don't have that time. You're going to have to figure out how to make it. Save your vacation days. On your days off, on the weekends and stuff, spend, a day scouting, every weekend, at least 2 weekends a month throughout the summer. Find you some bucks if it's what you want. If you want just deer, spend a day or two every month scouting in the summer, finding where deer are. If your wife, she's like, well, you ain't going, blah, 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 whatever. Say, hey, honey, we're going on a date. Take her on a redneck date. That's what I call them, redneck dates. We're going out here and we're going to ride around. We're going to look for deer. It's what we're doing. And if she don't like it, well, I don't know what to tell you on that. But anyways, go out, ride around, look for deer 1 day a month. If it's 3 or 4 hours a month, go out and ride around, look, where are the deer? Write it down, mark it on a map. And then the next time you go, maybe a week or two later, go in there and walk around that area. Look it on aerial photo while you're sitting at the house doing nothing. Is there thick areas that you can find? Is there thick stuff where these deer might be bedding? They're there somewhere close for a reason. And now deer will transition as the season comes in. I have timing and hunting Nocturnal Mature Rutting Bucks course that goes into that in great detail of what takes place. I mean, I run a scenario down, and every scenario is different, obviously, but it gives you the grasp, a really good idea of what goes on. I mean, deer, what they do is they switch food sources, especially in the fall, as the food sources change, okay? They're going to switch food sources. And you can also, I have a mapping and hunting mapping course. I talk about how you map that out as you find stuff, guys. The thing is, when you first start hunting, if you're new to hunting, or you haven't hunted a whole lot or whatever, it's going to be hard for you to kill a deer. It's not easy. It's a wild animal that can smell you a mile away. Okay? They're not easy to kill. They're not. It's not easy. For me, I can almost kill a deer at will. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I have hunted for so long in areas that I know where deer are year round. I know where deer are early season. I know where deer are right now. I could go kill a deer tomorrow, most likely. You know, I almost guarantee you with my bow and arrow. Now, my freezer's plumb jammed, plumb full. I'm talking, you can't put a popsicle in that son of a gun. I'm not kidding. So I'm not going to kill no deer. But if I wanted to, I could go tomorrow, which is Friday, Saturday or Sunday, and I'd have a deer killed with my bow. Okay, with a bow and arrow within 30 yards, I'd kill a doe. Probably within a day or two. Okay, it's just that easy because I have mapped this stuff out. I do it a lot of times in my mind. I keep it in my mind. I can remember stuff really well. You may not be able to do that. Map it out on a computer. Check out my mapping course, whatever. But anyways, guys, them are the three fundamentals that you have to have right. You can't kill something that ain't there. Okay? Guys are always trying to kill monster bucks and watch this stuff on TV. And I mean, I want to kill, freaking 200 incher. Well, you can't kill him if he ain't there. Okay? You can't kill deer hunting an area that they're not there in the daytime. Okay? And a lot of times people mix up where deer at night because I see them out in fields and stuff, and they want to hunt there, and them deer ain't coming out there in the daytime. Okay? That's where you look. That's what I talked about earlier. You got to figure out where them deer are sleeping at. They're sleeping pretty close. They're not going to go, most of the time, they're not going to go too far, within a few hundred yards of where they're bedding. So somewhere, usually within a few hundred yards. I mean, sometimes it's further than that. Sometimes it's even closer, okay? But most of the time, they're not going to be too far away. Look on Google Earth. Find where they're sleeping at, okay? Get close to that. That's where you'll kill them with high percentages, okay? High percentages. That's where your high percentage spots are. You can go anywhere out there in the woods and kill a deer. I mean, my goodness, you can set inside Walmart maybe long enough and kill one. All of us have seen the funny videos or whatever where the deer went crashing in the shopping center. The grocery store, whatever. I mean, who would have thought if you'd have been there, you'd have killed you a deer. Probably went to jail for shooting him inside the grocery store. But, so you could get lucky. But, guys, one more time. Find where the deer are. Do some scouting in that area where they're at. Figure out where they're bedding. Get close to that. And then put the time in. Put the time in that it takes. And that's how you kill deer consistently. That's how you kill bucks like this. That's how you kill does. That's how you fill the freezer plumb full, guys. Okay? So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you out. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you got any little tips or whatever, just how to kill a deer, leave a comment below. Whatever you think, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helped you out. Have a good day, and bye-bye.